Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out today's video. I really appreciate it. I'm Angela and this is Books Are My Heart. When I first joined YouTube, I would post exclusively about books I had read and have book reviews and discussions and things of that nature. I've talked about my writing experiences, I've talked about NaNoWriMo, so it is about time that I finally answer these questions for the Authortube tag. Because y'all have watched my NaNoWriMo journeys and have heard me talk about writing a lot. So it is about time I finally give you some real answers. The first question, how did you find out about Authortube? Prior to posting my own original content, I was an avid viewer of YouTube, so I don't remember exactly who introduced me to the Authortube tag. I think I may have even found it using the hashtag #amwriting on Twitter. I'm sorry I don't have an official answer for you. I am just extremely thankful I found this particular platform. What genres do you write in? If you've seen my channel, you know I'm a YA and NA lover, so fiction is my go-to. Young adult and new adult are my favorite categories to read, so of course I'm going to want to contribute to that growing body of literature. I have taken a few screenwriting classes, as well as having read several dozen books on screenwriting. I have also analyzed screenwriting from an academic standpoint, so I'm extremely well versed in screenwriting as well. I have several draft pilots that I have been working on for a little while now. I have not sought representation for them, but I will do so eventually down the line. Screenwriting is certainly my other area of interest. What is your preferred writing tense, point of view, and category of story? Well, I just told you I love young adult and new adult, and I prefer first person or third person. Past tense is an industry standard. If you didn't know that before, you do now. Are you a plotter, pantster, or plantster? I am a huge advocate for planning your story. If you don't plan out your narrative, things are going to get muddied along the way, and it's going to become so much harder for you to actually write your story. Planning can be one of the many keys to success. Are you a self-published, published, or yet to be published? To date, I have not had any novels published, but I have had several short stories published. That was certainly a nice little ego boost. What publishing company, literary agent, or printing company are you represented by or use? If you are not published yet, what is your dream publishing house and or literary agent? I'm not going to give a specific name because I just want someone who's going to be supportive. And I don't really care where that support comes from, as long as the person I'm working with understands where I'm coming from and helps create a healthy working environment, I will be happy. What Authortube related videos can we expect to find on your channel? I will post the previous video links for you down below, but I have discussed my NaNoWriMo journey and experience in the past. Now that I am close to finishing several novels, I will certainly have more Authortube videos for you in the future. When did you start writing? This is a very vague question. I first started writing when I was around 12 years old. And of course, when you are 12 years old, your stories are not going to be fantastic. I started taking it more seriously when I was around 18 or 19. When I was an undergraduate, I started reading anything and everything on how to write, and I started to enroll in writing classes and workshops. I did several workshops at Grub Street in Massachusetts. I took 5 or 6 Writer's Digest online classes, in addition to their VIP access, listening to all their tutorials. And if you have not been a member of that yet, I will just tell you, there are a lot of them. I listened to dozens upon dozens of podcasts, at least 100+ hours worth of them, and I also enrolled in several writing classes at my university. What was the first story you ever wrote? I was 12, so it was not really a good one. I think it was about an assassin, and that is nowhere near what I write now, so that is a very strange first story. What authors have inspired your writing the most? I have read all of the classic pieces of literature, so it is really hard to just name one author for me. I grew up reading Sarah Destin and Meg Cabot. I think Rainbow Rowell and Stephanie Perkins are fabulous. I love Jane Austen. I am a true Janeite. I think Jane Austen is one of the best writers of all time. I think Lewis Carroll was phenomenal. There are just so many authors I have read who have inspired me on a variety of different levels. Do you schedule your writing sessions or simply get to writing whenever you can find the time? It is certainly a little bit of both. If I am feeling really inspired, I will just sit down and start writing until I can't write anymore. Other times I will set my alarm early for the following day. I am a morning writer, so if I can wake up early and get some writing done, I will. Do you type on a computer, typewriter, write everything out by hand, or use a blend of these? For the most part, I use my computer, but I do outline all my novels by hand. I have several walls in my apartment filled with loose leaf papers and post-it notes and things of that nature for random thoughts that I've accumulated. There is a wall in my apartment that is entirely covered with flashcards because I plotted my entire novel out on it. Once that novel is published, I will show you the wall. Where do you write in general? At my desk, at the kitchen table, or in bed? What are you most looking forward to now that you are part of Authortube? The answer is, of course, talking to other authors about their writing projects. I am so happy I am finally taking the time to answer these questions and post this video because I've been meaning to become an active member in this community for a little while now. While BookTube and Authortube do intertwine and overlap a little bit, they are different. So it is about time that I expand my YouTube horizons. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any additional questions on my writing endeavors, please let me know down in the comment section. I'd love to answer any questions you may have. If you like this video and you'd like to welcome me to the Authortube community, please give this a thumbs up. I also post a new video every Friday, so make sure you become a subscriber to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great reading and writing day. And I'll be sure to keep you posted on my future writing projects.